streaming. Let's see where it goes. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yo. Okay. Let's see. Yo. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay. Cool. Uh, Looks like we are live. I hope we are. Cool. My name is Shiv. I'm gonna try to get into the habit of live streaming and just uh, stream as I do some dev work. So, okay, I'm working on this tool called K10s. It's a utility to operate on a Kubernetes cluster. Uh, Again, it's a terminal UI that lets you just view resources in your Kubernetes cluster, view, edit, play around, whatever. So this is one that I am building. So a couple of things I want to do is first I'm just gonna go through the pull request. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what this tool is, perhaps I can first show what the tool looks like. Here is the code base that I have locally. Oops, I think this is gonna be easier for development. This is my VS Code, and okay. Oops. Man, this keyboard layout is like too tiny. Just makes it weird. Anyways, so you can just do make build and run the tool to get a better idea of what I am building here. And that will make things clearer. Bruh. Okay, perfect. So this is the tool that I'm calling K10s, and you can see that there are two cats here, kittens here. So K10s kind of phonetically sounds similar to like kittens. So K10s kittens, whatever. So if you have a Kubernetes cluster, generally what we do is we do kubectl get pods in default, say to get all the pods in say a default namespace. Guess I don't have any pods in default namespace, but yeah, here you go. You see all the pods in a particular namespace, and then you can do kubectl logs for say some of the pods. Say if I just want to check out the control plane logs, I'll just do kubectl logs and the namespace, which is kube system. And this spits out a lot of logs. I could just do like maybe kubectl logs -f, and it would just give me like logs for that particular pod. Now the problem is that every time I want to say go to a particular log, it's me having to type out uh, a huge command. Like I have to do like okay kubectl get logs, maybe kubeproxy, and then I have to like type the namespace, which is kubeproxy. What am I doing? A kube system, and then boom, it prints out the logs. Again, this is fine, but when you have a cluster with like 100,000 plus nodes, it's just impractical to list out all the pods or all the nodes on the terminal like this, and then it becomes very impractical to navigate your cluster just by typing out commands using kubectl. So the solution is K10s, which essentially gives you a terminal UI, and you can see that it has rendered everything already here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do vim I'm gonna change the number of pages just so that it's easier. Maybe I'll do 15. This is like a conf file that you can use to modify the behavior for K10s, and you can invoke K10s and boom, you have all the pods listed on the page, and this will like have all the live updates that you see on your pod. So now, what is easier is you say you have a huge amount of pods, you no longer have to, um, yeah, if you have a huge amount of pods or any resources, you no longer have to type them manually. You can just like move your arrow keys and then it'll just take you to that particular resource. I can do it supports like Vim binding, so if I just press G, it will take me to the very top. If I press capital G, it will take me to the very bottom of the screen. And if you want to say look at logs, you could simply press enter on your key and it will show you all the containers for your particular pod, and you can do enter again and boom, you have all your logs right here. Again, Vim bindings work here as well, so you can do G, it will go to the very first page. You can do Shift G and it will take you to the very last page. You can do the usual J and K Vim bindings to just go up and down in the logs. You can do Shift J or Shift K to go up and down within a page. You can see at the bottom left there is like a page icon, so you can just like do left and right and go back and forth in pages. And you can see that if I press a colon, it will open a tiny command palette at the bottom, so I can just do commands here. So if I do nodes, it will just take me to a page which displays all the nodes. I could do services just by typing svc, and it will show me all the services in my cluster. Pods, here we go. And namespaces are these many. Anyways, so this is generally the idea behind K10s, and just a shout out to K9s, which is something that I have used for a long time. So K9s is like a similar tool that has existed for a while. It's pretty good. I love using it. So just a shout out to K9s. The reason why I build K10s is because I just wanted to have some functionality to support really large clusters for uh, for operating extremely large clusters. And I just generally think that uh, it's a good exercise to build a tool from scratch if you are going to be an immediate user. And that's pretty much what I'm doing, building K10s from scratch as like a version after K9s, sort of going to be snappier, easier to use, easier, more scalable. And yeah, I think hopefully I'll just get a good learning out of this. Anyways, so this was K10s. I am going to now switch back to the browser. Testing, testing. Okay, my bad. Again, pretty new to this live streaming thing, so what I am gonna do first is I'm gonna review one of these PRs. Uh, so it's a huge PR, so we can like spend like 10-ish minutes reviewing the PR. So I'm gonna first uh, clone this and gonna uh, check out the game. So let's say maybe I can just bring back my code browser again. So I'll just like create a new terminal session. No, actually, why not? Oh, so git remote v. So this is one of my contributors, ignoramus. So git branch. We are on kitten climber game. I think this is still the kitten climber game. Okay. So there has been okay git stash, git pull. No, of course, okay. This should not be a need to, wait, what does this mean? Git log. Saturday, October of 25th. What's going on? Did this deviate? Okay, maybe I'll just do this. Git reset hard. It's gonna go back to the commit that was good and then just pull everything back again. So this is the branch that I'm reviewing. It essentially introduces a plugin system for K10s and also adds like a kitten climber game. And I'm gonna just do a make build and just run this, and we'll see what the game looks like. Again, like you might think that why are we building a game inside a terminal application for inside a TUI for operating Kubernetes clusters. So the motivation is this: one, software should be fun to use, and I think one way of showing that your software can support plugin systems is just by building fun plugins. So if I can build a plugin wherein I can play a game, it's a pretty good indicator that uh, the tool is the tool is like versatile in its like plugin support. So that's I think the idea. So anyways, this is the terminal, and I think there's a special command called kitten that opens the game. Okay, so here is the game. Infinite runner, collect fish. Okay, so arrow keys to move, space to jump, and control C to go back to K10s. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's like some stars in the background. Okay, this is the experience of the game, and this is a pretty cool. Oh, okay. See, it's kind of challenging to collect all the points, so there's kind of this feeling of challenge to it. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Whoa. Okay, that's okay. So we are finally dead. Now let's see. Score is 0, fish is 0, distance is 0. High score is this. Okay, so final score is 2-1. New high score, rank 1. Distance is 2612. Okay, so there's this notion of rank, new high score. So probably there is something. 48 fish. Now I'm gonna like restart this. I'm gonna get like a couple of fish and then see. So there's a rank 2, so perfect. Now my question is, what happens if I do a command or control C? I came back to K10s, kitten. Let's see if it remembers the previous. Okay, it does remember. Oh, okay. There's like some bug, but anyways, so there's definitely some kind of memory that exists in this game. So what happens if I quit this and play the game again? Let's see what happens. I'm just curious. Okay, so it does still remember the okay, so it does remember the score still, which is interesting. So okay, probably some data structure, or the data is probably written to the disk somewhere. Okay, anyways, this is good. Okay, so that's what I wanted to try out. So this is good. I'm gonna switch back to the browser and we're just gonna like review the code real quick. So Let's see what's going on. There's a plugin, that's fine. Okay, so plugins built an extensible plugin system that allows adding custom functionality like games, tools, utilities. The plugin architecture is a core K10s feature designed to enable seamless integration of additional commands. But okay, fine. A fun infinite drummer game. Okay, so you can do play game, launch. Okay, infinite procedural generation, platform generation. Okay, pattern based fish collectibles like combo system. Okay, I did not get this part, but okay, high score persistence. Okay, so high score is essentially persisted here. Okay, that's cool. So I'm just gonna take a look at this file. I'm just curious. What is the content of this? Let's see. So, uh, where's the browser? Okay, so okay. So this is like where all the high scores are being stored. This is like player ID, shiv mac local. There's a date. There's like the number of fish. Okay, perfect. Makes sense to me. Gonna be going back to the editor. Plugins are compiled into K10s and implement a simple interface. Here's how to create one. Okay, there's a comment here, but let's see. I don't have issues with the pre-compiled plugin model. What are your thoughts on dynamic options in the future, like RPC, WASM, exec, others? I like dynamic option in the future to ensure that core K10s binary is lightweight. I will keep the pre-compiled model for V1 and refactor this when we do a deep dive in dynamic model plugin. Okay, so you create a plugin, internal plugin, my plugin, implement the plugin interface, my plugin.go. What are my plugins? Suggestion. Readme examples tend to become stale quickly because they don't enforce compilation. Maybe. Thank you. That's a good point. I agree with that. So you're essentially saying that your plugin. So you create a plugin struct, type my plugin. And okay, this is going to be like an interface, I believe, which is essentially plugin, which has a description, which has like some commands, command aliases, and then launch, and then new plugin. Register your plugin over here. So plugin registry is where you create a plugin. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, add comments to the type definition, add permalink inline view instead. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's all good. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to skip the readmes. I'm going to go to the plugins. So inside plugins, there is a directory called plugin. There's like a kitten. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Anyways, gonna go to this main.go. I don't care about readme at this point, but let's see what's going on. So okay, in main.go you have a plugin registry wherein you create a new registry. I wanna know what the type of the registry is like. What is the registry like? Okay, so it's some function. Okay, so it's some struct with mutexes, plugins, command map, which is like a map of some plugin. Plugin is name, description, command, launch. It's like okay, this is an interface. Okay, okay, this is cool. And then you have registry K10s.new. That's cool. Plugin registry. That's pretty good. To restructure the models and loops. That's fine, I guess. So this is the plugin registry. So earlier we used to just pass the config client and plugin registry, but we're like passing everything now. So now what we're doing is create inline, okay. So this is a TUI. So for just like the update loop, I guess. So final model. Okay. Make the continue the fall through case, okay. Okay, so the plugin directory is good to me. So every plugin directory will always be at the same like file path, which is this, okay. Okay. So the home directory .k10s plugins and plugin name. Okay, interesting. So this is just the kitten game. I don't care about the actual game. That's like a good implementation of the game should be fine. I was just like wondering about the okay, let's go to the commands. So you import the plugins. So plugin registry get by command, okay. Should launch game, sure. So registry not equal to nil. Okay, this is cool. Sure, this is fine. Okay, this is fine. Okay. I mean, let's see. So this is a interface. That's like the most important thing. I just want to see if I were to implement a plugin. I just want to see what goes in here. So create a mutex. Sure. So this is my registry. You do register. You do r.lock. It's already registered. Overwriting with a new instance. Interesting. So you're just warning. Okay. Okay, hold on. So this I'm curious because Python, sorry, Golang log warning. I think there's like a better way of doing this. No, because if you're using slog, right? Like if you're okay, we're using log. So I'm just thinking if you could use log/slog, create a new logger with JSON handler for structured output. That's fine. It's fine. I just want to go to the warn. Let's see, log. No, dude. Wait, what? No, hold on, this makes no sense to me. Hold on. I know there is a logger.warn, so you're doing log slog. Okay. Golang log slog. So this is the package. This is like the warn thing. Okay, so strings and all, everything. So I know that you could. Okay, we could use. Let's just do a code change or something. Um, so let's see. There should be a way to construct this using log. Okay, let's just go to Golang playground. Okay, Golang playground. Let's see. I don't care about this. I want log slog and logger. I think could be what was that usage? Yeah, sure. Do I need a JSON handler though? I don't think I need a JSON handler, but let's see. Let's go to the slogs documentation. Yeah. Examples. They should have some examples, right? These are the log levels. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Examples. Go to examples, bro. Okay. What is this? No, examples. We want to see level handler. Maybe just then check out the level handler. So that returns false or okay, that's fine. Where's the main for this? So you create a logger.slog.new. Okay, so text handler is std out. Handler options. That's not what I want. They have like a bunch of options though, but let's go back to the examples. Package, what's this one? So remove time, I don't care about this, but you do a new text handler, you do os.std out. Okay, sure, this is where you can probably write out handler options. You can just do like remove time. I don't care about remove time, but okay. Okay, so this is what you need, kind of like level equals info and message equals message one. Okay, so I'm just gonna try this out here. Slog new slug dot new text handler, and this should essentially be like okay, it should write to a standard output. There should be like no other function that is coming into it. So slog dot new text handler text this, and now if I just do logger dot warn, OMG shit about to go down, and if I just run this, missing import path. What do you mean missing import path? Wait, hold on, I thought that I used the right braces. Oops. Where's the terminal, bro? Okay, so here we go. So this would just essentially give me like some time, give you like a logger, like a level, and like something like this. Okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah, I think I can share this one, for example. To generate warning logs. Okay, two generate formatted warning logs. Here is an example link. The suggested change would be essentially to just do this, I guess. Boom. What does this look like now? Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this entire thing because logs, that should be fine. Should be easy to understand. Okay, maybe we can try. I can maybe just confirm if this works because I don't know if it's like 72. I don't know. I don't know if this works. Okay, percentage V, my bad. Okay, bad key. Really? How do you actually format things? There's probably an example somewhere that I'm not looking at. So do login.info. Okay, let me go to more examples maybe. So you do this. You get a standard output. You do info F. What is info F? Right? So you get info F. Handler. That makes zero sense. Logger message -s. So logger is this format and any args. So logger is going to be this dot handle context and something. So this is the new record. Slog.new record. Time it now. Slog.level info. Sure. So okay, so this is just what you're doing. Printf is just this thing. Okay. Examples maybe. Group attributes. No. Log value, or what's log value? Handler options maybe. Okay, so generally just have like different methods here. Okay, but I kind of get it. Like, could do this maybe. This could work. Who knows? Yeah. Anyways, this could be something we could do. Output would be like this thing. Okay, hold on. Let's leave this in here. Preview. P.name. I should just do this like P.name here just to keep things civil. Okay, so this is what it would look like essentially. Start a review. This is one. Okay, so also not a okay, this is probably worth adding it here, you know. Okay. Because this is a plugin, we don't really want to block him on this. But anyway, so you got this plugins.go. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, this is actually not a part of the game. This should just be like this, the knit, the way it was. Anyways, because this is part of the plugin package. So you do a register wherein the register is just gonna be like, okay, it's gonna get a name, ordered plugin, sure. Sure, same for the logging format here. So you are doing a r.mu.rlock, r.mu.ulock. Rlock is read lock, I believe, right? Let's see. Golang rlock. Read lock on the rw mutex. Okay, cool. So when you do a registry.get, it's going to do a registry.mutex. So what is the mutex object like? Is it like an rw mutex? Yes, it's like a read write mutex. So you're doing like a read lock and you're doing a defer on the read unlock. Sure, you get the name and then you refer. You lock it, unlock it. Okay. List is this, sure. Command suggestion. So you do a this. A suggestion is essentially doing interesting. So that's like command suggestion. Interesting. Command map suggestions for command and command map suggestion equal to append. Okay, so it's probably creating like a map of what all things you can do. Okay. My question is like you have p dot command. Okay, let's see. Register is here. Okay. This is looking good to me. Okay, so command suggestion is creating a list of like a slice of suggestions, like all the command maps. And the command map for this thing was generated. Command map is just like a string of plugins, which is this. Okay, cool. Anyways, you do get this, whatever. This is fine. I am okay with the test. Sure. Commands.go, wherein launch plugin message. Okay. Plugins. This is execute command. Okay. Okay. This is fine. This is cool. Launch the plugin command. Launching plugin. It's gonna just do that logging here. Your logging could generally just be a bit more uniform. I think I'm gonna just like create a task to do that. Should launch game plugin to launch. Okay, sure. Launch game message. Okay, that's fine. So these are pods, sure. The registry is nil. Plugin registry is this. Okay, cool. So should the game should be launched after TO exits. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna leave a comment. I think it's kind of a big PR There's a couple of requests for changes. Anyways, okay, I've submitted my review. What I'm gonna do is I wanna like first of all standardize logging uh, and the way logs appear. So I think what I'm gonna do first is create a pull request again, and search v0 is fine. Log standardization. Okay, log improvement. Or I could just do it from the VS Code itself. So I'm just gonna go switch to VS Code. I've like reviewed the PR so far, but I wanna like make some improvements. So I'm gonna do git checkout b log standard. Okay, log improvements. Git pull. Okay, perfect. So we have this. Now my question is gonna be I can do like a make build in this, and I believe that there was like a default location where the logs were being stored. So I'm gonna go search for log. Actually no, we could go to the main.go. Actually, why is it opening here? I think it needs to open here, right? Main.go. Dude, just open in the correct tab which has more space, right? So annoying, right? Dude, why is it doing this? Like, this is so annoying. Like, it's not even what I want, right? Just close this, dude. Now, what if I do? That's fine. Dude, what is going on, dude? Oh, okay, I get it now. Is it because of this thing? Okay, this is what was going on. There's like some lock somewhere which was causing this to freeze. Kind of makes sense now. Anyways, so there's this log. So I'm just gonna see where do these logs end up. Okay, so the claim is that these logs will end up over here. So I'm gonna tail logs in here. Tail, and instead of this, I'll just do oops, weird. Weird. I thought if you do a shift of left, it essentially went. Wait, what? That's kind of weird. Anyways, there is no such file out directly. Okay, so local state K10s.log does not exist, which is kind of weird. Now there is some error here for sure. For the platform equivalent returns an error if the log file cannot be created or opened. Could not open the log path. Sure. Now the thing is this, right? Where is setup logging called? Right, setup logging. I'm gonna do like log dot printf first log line, new line, I guess. I know I could have just done like make run, I guess. Anyways, there's still nothing here, which is kind of weird. So this is definitely broken. So use xdg state directory for class platform log storage. What does an xdg state file do then? Okay, let's see. The state file returns a suitable location for the specified state file. State files are usually volatile files not suitable to be stored relative to XTG home directory. Okay. The relative part direct parameter must contain some sort of state file name, optionally. Okay. So base directory state file, create. Yeah, hold on, that's not what you want to do. So relative path and then the home. Okay, so XTG says, okay, give me relative path. So we are sending it some K10s something something something. So is it like there's no log here, right? So passing the K10s slash K10s log is gonna pass base directory dot relative path is this. So state file is gonna take that relative path and take state home bd dot state home. What is this thing? Okay. So state file. This is gonna be like this bullshit something. So base directory is okay. So something clearly here is not working because it's just not going to the right location. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up Cloud Code, my companion here, and let's just see. Let's just brainstorm. Uh, Something that we don't even need to put a lot of effort into. So we have a main.go file where we set up logging in setup logging function. However, uh, I don't see a file created at local state K10s K10s.log. What could be wrong? Okay, ask before edit. So don't try to make code changes, but rather just analyze. Okay, it's gotta uh, tap into the LLM vibe coding territory. And in the meantime, let's just, while it works, let's just try to see. Oh, wait, what? What did it say? Go doc. Oh, it's trying to go through the documentation, I guess. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna use the browser to look for xtg.state file. So let's see. Just gonna Google a bit. I don't think this is gonna work, but whatever. This, of course, doesn't work still. Oh my god, it's just going to random tangents, like just not useful at all. Anyways, so XDG cross platform log location, I guess. Okay, I'm just browsing Google at this point, honestly, while Claude is trying to do its thing. Okay, so this should be in default local state, is what this says. So if I go back to VS Code, um, you're absolutely right. Anyways, while it does that, so I'm just gonna do local state. Okay, so it has ASCII Cinema and NVIM, but it does not have the contents for K10s, which is kind of annoying, right? So, uh, 25? What do you mean, bro? Okay, file handle is never closed and maybe garbage collected at main.go. File handle is never collected, and okay, this is my file open. Sure. Okay. So I'm just thinking. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the browser real quick. And I wanna see um, colon xdg state logger. I'm sure people have done this, right? Okay. I'm wondering what exists in XDG data home. Is this something that's just not set in my environment ever? No, it's just not set, I guess. Okay, coming back to the documentation. Okay, different software seems to handle this in different ways. Okay, no, that's not what we want. Wait, what does XDG even stand for? X desktop group. But now represents freedesktop.org, a project that develops specification for interoperability and shared technology for Linux desktop environments. Okay. 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 Just reading more and more of the documentation, honestly. Oh my god, bro. With the Sigma. Okay, so MIME types file association standardizes how file types are identified and which applications, open them, I guess. Okay, that makes sense to me. Golang, how to write logs to XDG location. So here's the thing. I'm gonna open the VS Code real quick, and we have this setup logging function, which is first of all creating an XDG state file. So this is basically the log path that you're trying to use, and you're trying to say open this log path, and it's kinda not working. Right. Let's see what Claude came up with. It's easier, I guess. Okay. No, but I should have seen at least this line, right? This makes no sense. Okay, thinking how we could do this, guys. I know for a fact that this is working. Now, my question is who's calling setup.log? So, in the main, we try to set up login like this. Okay. This I have already, right? ADRGXDG, sure. I'm gonna go through the example and see what's going on here. Wow. So on Mac OS, it's under. Okay, I see now. Okay, so this is not set. Sure. Hmm. Oh, I forgot that I was actually looking at this. So, Okay, let's see. Okay, so that makes sense. Do you have examples? Okay, so this is example. Okay, this makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm gonna try to build these changes, I guess. So if I do, okay, coming back here to my log file, I guess. VS Code, yay, okay. Okay, so let's see what happens here now. So this one shows me just a lesson state. So if I go here, I don't see a K10s.log, which is kind of painful, right? There should at least be this line somewhere, right? No. No. This won't show up, dude. Which is weird, because this is still what the main issue is. Not gonna work, bro. Oh, it's trying to like investigate or something. Oh, I see now. Kind of makes sense because the documentation here, like the documentation here says that on Mac, the log would be at. So we're looking at data home or something else. I think that I get it now. Okay. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, sir. Okay, so skibbity executing nodes and shit like that. Okay. It exists here. Okay, so this definitely does exist, right? Whatever, dude. Relax. So we know that the logs exist now at library application local support, library application support. But what about XDG data dirs, right? I'm just gonna check a couple of more things. Let's see. I'm gonna check. Not main.go. Definitely not main.go. Okay, so we had this code, so state is this K10s. The log path would be this. Oh, I see now. I understand it now. Okay, I get it now. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so on Mac, it's essentially at disk space. Okay, makes sense to me now. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, cool. This makes sense to me. Failed to load. Okay, just a bit more, I guess. Well structured. Okay, this makes sense to me. So, oopsie daisy, cool. Add a structured logging for TUI carpet, git push, origin logs, improve. Oops, that's like a shitty branch name, honestly. Anyways, I'm gonna create a pull request and just gonna do a couple of things on this. I wanna just let populate this PR template. Populate this PR template. So um, anyways, I'll just copy this. Anyways, I don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this either. But just gonna go through every piece of code that I have. So this just has log. Okay, log dot printf. Okay, so there is all logs are essentially replaced by slogs now, which is a good thing. Uh, so that's good. So let's see the preview. Let's just say uh, switch to structured logging. Failed to load. Example log output function. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's perhaps also mention this table because this is where the other directories will be for oops for other Unix like systems. The log output location is at the xtg data dir. What am I doing, bro? Okay, is that xtg data dir, which is this. How do I copy this? No? Okay. For Unix like operating systems, oh, the log output should be like xtg data home. This is okay. The xtg base dir is xtg base directory is documented here. And I think I'm just gonna be like, okay, yeah, okay, this is good. This is good. Um, this is pretty good. No reviewers. Why is that? Okay, I think I'm gonna open Discord. I'm gonna invite some people to review my code. In the meantime, relax, little bro. So let's see. This is like a JSON handler. That's like log level info. This is log. Okay, client is this. Okay, this is good. I think I'll just like maybe read up on best practices for Golang logging, I guess. Golang best practices for logging, I guess. Okay. Great, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna first of all. Hold on. Uh, so maybe. Hold on. So how do I edit the server? So settings. So this is my server. While this happens, how do I make members? What does this membership mean? Nope. I think I invited the right person now. Let's see if I did that right. Let's see. Wave. Okay, let's see. On Mac, they show up where, bro? Oh, so I was like looking at the wrong place then. Okay. Okay, so that's done. Oh, I get it now. Okay. Okay, so this is my PR. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna share my VS Code, and I'm just gonna see if I can share. Okay, there is me, I guess. Boom, this is gonna be like a Inception type thing. Yo, testing, testing, testing. Okay, we're gonna close this, I guess. How long has this been going on for? That's crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna end the YouTube stream. I'm just gonna do some other, get on a Discord call with people.